Right, and now I'm going to show you the necessary evil. I'm sure I had a strap here a minute ago.
You put it in your bag, Deke.
Thank you very much. No.
The other bag.
That's very complicated.
Okay, now comes the boy. I had a terrible shock the other day. On St. Patrick's Day, just gone, 17th of March, was the 50th anniversary of my first gig. Now, normally I ignore this kind of anniversary, but Jeff, the drummer of the band I was in at the time, was here tonight, you bastard. Sent me an email. Oh, hello Jeff. This is him, you're right. Telling me, informing me of the fact that it's been 50 years since my first gig, and so did Mike, the other guy in the band, my cousin. He let me know as well. So I got 50 years worth of talent just waiting to burn your ears, baby. In a minute. That first gig was Lucifer and the Corncrackers, and we were a three-piece. And I didn't know that if you played on stage, you had to have an amplified guitar. So I just had an acoustic guitar, and Mike did as well. So once Jeffrey started playing, you couldn't hear Mike or me playing the guitar at all, which probably just as well. But I shit myself. I just stayed there, put my head down and thought, I'll wait till this is over, this is a nightmare. So I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and it was Mike. And he put his guitar down, assumed the mantle of frontman, and he was leaping around the stage. And they were going crazy. And I thought, this is brilliant. Suddenly, whoop. And then I learned the first rule of rock and roll. It doesn't matter what you're playing, it doesn't matter if you're playing it well, as long as there's somebody jumping round in the middle of the stage, then all is right with the world. So anyway, we survived that one. So anyway, my route from the guitar to the guitar came through Scotty Moore. So anyway, I had a knowledge of music, and then I was in the ATC. I wanted to be a fascist. Well, everybody below the age of 25 wants to be a fascist, and then with the passage of time, they move to the left and become socialists. And although some don't move to the left and become twats and join the Conservative Party. No, don't get me started on them. So anyway, I went to see an Elvis Presley film called Lovin' You, and I thought, this is what I want to be. I want to be what Elvis Presley is. I didn't want to be Elvis Presley, because that's Freudian, isn't it? But I didn't have a record player, so I couldn't learn any of the stuff, so I bullied my mum into buying me a dance set record player. And I said to her, as we went out of the shop, I said, I'm going to have a record to play on this. So she went, yes, okay. So I bought a date with Elvis. And when I got back home and I plugged it in, put the record on, by the time the record was over, I was a different person. It was one of those moments. So then I started learning every note that Scotty Moore played. And for me, he invented the rock and roll guitar. Because nobody done it like him before. He was a Chet Atkins fan, And when they went into the studio with Sam Phillips to record what they set out to be groundbreaking music, music was segregated in the South at that time, and there was black music and there was white music. White radio stations wouldn't play black music and black radio stations wouldn't play white music. So he wanted a white man who could sing like a black man. And when he got Elvis in the studio, Elvis was a Dean Martin fan, and which you can tell by listening to him, really, can't you? And during a break, instead of all this kind of lush stuff that Presley was singing, they had a little knock just knocking around, and they started to sing a blues, and they clicked into Sam Phillips' mind, and this was it. This was the sound he'd be looking for. So he got Scotty to pare down the Chet Atkins picking style, which is and replace it with the single pulse. Chet Atkins' thing is he'll set up a bass drum on bass strings, so he'll go, and then you just add the tune on the top. Well, you should be able to. Sam Phillips said to him, don't play that jumping rhythm, play a single pulse, which he did. So he went, and instead of the complex bit, he just went, and that was the basis of the Presley style.